Hey dudes, Frozen here, slash dudettes I guess, and I am here with another deck profiles. Today's Wednesday, and as you know, I upload deck profiles every Sunday and Wednesday. So here we are with another one, and as you can see, today we have Raidraptors, one of the leading archetypes in the Arc 5 anime, and it has a bunch of OCG support. So I'm going to show you how it works. Now guys, if you enjoyed this video, I'd really appreciate it if you took the 1.1 seconds to slap that like button down below. It really doesn't take that long, and I appreciate all the support. So now let's get on to the deck profile. So starting up, if you don't know what Raidraptors are, they're basically a bunch of level 4 turbo, Super Falcon things, and you basically special summon like crazy, and you can get off a bunch of cool XZs, and they even have their own rank up card. So we're gonna get into this. So first up, we got 3 Raidraptor Tribute Lanius. So during your main phase, you can basically send a Raidraptor from your deck to your graveyard, and you can use that with a lot of other cards' effects. So that's really good. And also its second effect, if it destroyed an opponent's monster by battle, you can add a rank up magic quick play spell card from your deck to your hand. So basically this card, which is really good. Next up we have 3 Raidraptor Impale Lanius. This card is kind of similar to the Tribute Lanius in like the way that this effect works. So basically if it was normal or special summoned, you can change an attack position monster on the field to defense position, and also you can special summon a Raidraptor monster from your graveyard if it attacked this turn. So even if it gets destroyed, as long as it attacks, you can special summon one from your graveyard, which is super awesome because it triggers a bunch of effects. Next we got 3 Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius. This is the first one we got, and it's still a big basis for the deck. Basically, once per turn during your main phase, if it was normal or special summon this turn, you can special summon one level 4 or lower Raidraptor monster from your hand. So, you can just go in a lot of plays with this. It makes the deck super fast. Next up, we got 3 Raidraptor Mimicry Lanius. This is the card that you want in the graveyard, and it's also the reason that we run some rank 5s. So basically, once per turn during your main phase, if it was normal or special summon this turn, you could increase levels of all Raidraptor monsters you control by 1. So basically, that lets you turn out some level 5s pretty easily, and I just really like the card. And also, if it was sent to the graveyard this turn, you can banish it to add 1 Raidraptor card from your deck to your hand. So yeah, that's the card you're gonna want to excavate or whatever. I cannot speak, wrong word. That's the card you're gonna want to dump because it gives you another search. This deck also searches like crazy, so much search. It's ridiculous. A lot of times you'll actually just get so clogged up with all the cards you have, you can't even summon. Next we got 2 Summon Monk, just because we run 15 spells and every other card in the deck is level 4. You can go into stuff with this. It's just really good. Next we got 3 Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius. So basically, I'm thinking of reducing this to 2, because it is good, but there's one part about it I don't like, and I'll show you that soon. So if you control a Raidraptor monster other than Fuzzy Lanius, you can special summon it from your hand, which is already super good, makes the deck fast. Also, you can, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius from your deck to your hand, so that's another good card to dump. But you cannot special summon monsters during the turn you activate any of this card's effect except Raidraptor monsters. Now that's the effect that I don't like, because since this is a turbo deck, we only have so many Raidraptor monsters, and I just don't like how that stops a lot of XZ OTK plays. But it is still a really good card, and that's why I include it. Next up, we got 2 Raidraptor Singing Lanius to top off the monster cards. If you control an XZ monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. I actually kind of see some use with this in other decks, since it's just an XZ monster, not specifically a Raidraptor monster. So yeah, it's just really good. It can only be once per turn now, which is why I only run 2. Okay, next up for the spells, we got 1 Allure, since they're all dark. 3 Galaxy Cyclone. I prefer this over MST, but it's a matter of preference. You can use what you want. Even Night Beam, I guess, but that's kind of obsolete now that this came out. 1 Raigeki for swag. 2 rank up Magic Astral Force, just so you can get out this card really easily without having to like play 2 of these. It's annoying. Next we have 3 rank up Magic Revolution Force. The Raidraptors have their own rank up Magic card. So once per turn, depending on what turn it is, if it's your turn, you can target 1 Raidraptor monster and then summon one that's 1 rank higher. That's pretty normal. And if it's your opponent's turn, you can target 1 face-up XYZ monster your opponent controls that has no materials, take control of it, and then special summon from your extra deck 1 Raidraptor monster that is 1 rank higher than the monster you control. So basically, during your opponent's turn, it lets you take control of some weak XCs that your opponent controls, and I just really like it. Next up, we got 2 Swallow's Nests. Thinking about running 3, but 2's been working pretty good for me. Basically, tribute 1 face-up Winged Beast, summon 1 Winged Beast from your deck with the same level. Just really good. Next, we got 3 Raidraptors Nest. This is one of like the insane search engines of this deck. If you control 2 or more Raidraptors, which I guarantee you will, as you get like the crappiest hand possible, you can search for 1 Raidraptor. It's just too good. Combined with like this card searching and everything, it's too good. For our traps now, we have 1 D-Prison, 1 Compulse, one of the Raidraptors trap cards. The other 2 are okay, but this one's definitely on top. Raptor's Gust. When a spell trap card is activated while you control a Raidraptor card, negate the activation. There's no penalty, just if you control a Raidraptor, nope, you can't spell or trap. It's too good. And lastly, we play 1 Solemn Warning. Now on to the extra deck. So, starting us off here, we got 2 Raidraptor Revolution Falcon. This is the level 6 and generally going to be used with the Astral Force. This card is actually extremely good. I love it. It's a good defender and a really good attacker. So basically, you can detach an XC material from this card. This turn, it can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each, which is really good in itself, even if it only has 2,000 attack. But at the start of the damage step, if this card battles a face-up special summon monster, its attack and defense become 0. So, whoa. That 2,000 attack suddenly becomes slightly obsolete. And on top of that, it has another effect. If it has a Raidraptor as a material, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls. I can't talk. Your opponent controls, destroy it, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half the monster. So basically, it's a Volcasaurus 2. It is just amazing. Next up, we got something I've been trying out for level 5. Ice Princess Zeriort, since it does use Winged Beast type monsters, and it is pretty good. It reduces the attack of 1 monster your opponent controls to 0, but you can replace it with like any other typical rank 5 that you'd want, like Shark Fortress or something. It's just something I've been trying out just because I thought it would be cool with this deck. Next up, we got number S39, Utopia the Lightning, 5,000 attack beater, and obviously we run Utopia with that, so yeah. It's becoming kind of a staple, actually. Next up, we got Volcasaurus, speaking of the devil, typical level 5. For our other level 5s, we got 2 Raidraptor Blaze Falcon. Now, this is another good Raidraptor card. I believe they have like 4 different XCs already, so it's really good. While as XC material, it can attack your opponent directly. Pretty amazing. And also, you get to pop a card when you're, pop a monster, sorry, when it inflicts battle damage, so that's also really good. So basically, you could direct attack and then make way for, like, Tribute or Impale, and then their effect will activate, and it just goes on and on. It's so good. And also, you can detach a material from this card, destroy as many special summon monsters your opponent controls as possible. Whoa. And if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. So basically, this deck is kind of anti-meta if you think about it. Like, with all the special summoning swag going on now, these cards are really good, like, geared towards destroying special summon monsters. Next, for the level 4s, we got Dark Rebel, Utopia, 101, and Ice Beast Zero Vine. If you play a Winged Beast deck, this card is insane. Like, you can come back with just this card. Negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. Bye-bye vanities, bye-bye anything that's blocking you. Even gravity binds. Like, I know you never see it anymore ever since Xyz came out. But still. And it gains 300 attack for each face-up card currently on the field. I've had this card get over 5,000 attack and negate all of the face-up cards your opponent controls. Ugh. It's so good. Next we got one Exciton, obviously. You can replace it with like a cowboy or a chain or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, these staple rank 4s are just my favorites. And last up we got 3 more Raidraptor monsters. Well, 2 technically. This was the first one that came out. Raidraptor Forstrix, 2 level 4 monsters. So it can actually be used in any Winged Beast type deck, which is kind of cool. It gains 500 attack and defense for each other Winged Beast type monster you control. You're generally going to want to put this card in defense mode, just as like a wall. And once per turn, you can detach a material and search. So, search for a level 4 Dark Winged Beast type, aka every single Raidraptor. But yeah, this is like this plus this plus this. Like, the searching is so real in this deck. Like, you have over 4 different cards that you can search with, and you have easy access to all of them, so it's really good. And for the last one, we have Raidraptor Rise Falcon. This card's okay. I don't find myself using it as much, but it's still really good. It requires 3 level 4 Winged Beast type monsters. It can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls once each, and once per turn you can detach a material, then target 1 face-up special summon monster your opponent controls and gain attack equal to that monster's. So yeah, it's another special summon killer, anti-meta. But yeah, guys, that's it for this deck profile, and if you enjoyed, as I said earlier, make sure to slap that like button down below so I can continue to make videos like this. Well, guys, that's it, and I will see you next Sunday. Thank you for watching so much. I really appreciate it, and goodbye.